I have a cup of sand. Anybody has any ideas how many grains of sand are in this cup? Please don't Google it. Do we have a volunteer? Somebody want to count the number of grains of sand in this cup?
2,048,7,231.5.
Actually, he was close. He was close. There are about 2 million grains of sand. 2 million grains of sand in this cup. Why I'm telling you this? I asked Google a curious question this week. I said, Google, tell me an interesting, a fascinating thing about the universe. You know what was the answer? In the universe, there are more stars than all the grains of sand on all the beaches in the entire world. And I was thinking for a moment, wait a minute. We cannot count. There is a countless number of grains of sand. And I was thinking, if 1 grain of sand will be missing from one of the beaches, would somebody care? Would you care if there is 1 grain of sand missing from Myrtle Beach? Would you still go there, or you are bothered because 1 grain of sand is not there? Of course not. Nobody in this world would care if 1 grain of sand is missing. I won't care even if a cup of sand is missing, or even if a truckload of sand is missing. Not talking about just 1 grain of sand. And the planet Earth is one among those sextillions of stars, of planets. And when we're talking about stars in this universe, we're not talking about twinkle, twinkle, little star. We're talking about big stars, much bigger than the planet Earth. And I was thinking about Christmas. I identify at least 3 wonders. And I don't have an answer to this. The first one is, why did God care about 1 grain of sand in this universe? Nobody would have noticed it. Who would have cared about 1 grain of sand? Nobody from this world, but God did. He cared about this 1 grain of sand. The second wonder was, why did God come down to this grain of sand when He knew that this grain of sand would reject Him? He came to His people. He came to His own, and they did not receive Him. Why did He come when He knew that He will be rejected? I don't have an answer to this. And the third wonder, which is even greater, why did He become? Why did He choose to become like one of grain of sand? He who is God, the creator of this entire universe, who is greater and bigger than the whole universe. Why did he choose to become like a grain of sand? There is only one thing that we can say, because God could not live without you. He would have rather ceased to exist than not to care about this grain of sand. Because you and I, we are part of His creation. And He loves us so much. This is why He came down. This is why He became like one of us. That one day we'll be with Him forever. This is not a good news, folks. Amen. If it is, let's close this service singing our closing song. I think the closing song talks about good news, yes? This is the good news that we all Christians have.